I was dreaming one night of your black hair and your blue eyes. You had saved me from the bad times. I was lonely, I was lonely. I had no friends till I was 18. Oh, you saved me. I was lonely, I still love you. Yes, I'm sorry, but I still love you. Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when you said you loved me in the snow? Do you remember the time when I kissed you on the Manchester Eye? Do you remember the time back in 2009? Were you dreaming last night of my brown hair and my brown eyes? I can hear you pacing through the thin walls of our bedroom. Do you remember back in '09? You had saved me. I was lonely, I was lonely. Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when you said you loved me in the snow? Do you remember the time when I kissed you on the Manchester Eye? Do you remember the time back in 2009? Sat on the fountain and looked at the stars. Under the moonlight, a place to cool ours. Head on my shoulder and fingers intertwined. Please say they're still on your mind. Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when you said you loved me in the snow? Do you remember the time when I kissed you on the Manchester Eye? Do you remember the time back in 2009? Do you remember the time when we first met at the train station? Do you remember the time when you said you loved me in the snow? Do you remember the time when I kissed you on the Manchester Eye? Do you remember the time back in 2009?